This is AIX Workshop. Innovate, experiment, accelerate. Epochs. Honestly, you can't scroll 2 seconds in the AI world without hearing about them. I trained my model for 100 epochs. Did you increase your epochs? Sounds like fancy computer mumbo jumbo, doesn't it? But guess what? It's actually way simpler than it sounds. In fact, you already understand epochs. You just might not know the fancy name for it. Think about learning anything new. Seriously, anything. Let's say you're trying to learn, I don't know, French. Bonjour. Now, you're not going to become fluent in French overnight, right? You can't just listen to one French song and suddenly be chatting with Parisians. Learning takes practice. And that practice, in the AI world, we often call it, you guessed it, epochs. Imagine you're using flashcards to learn French vocabulary. You've got a stack of cards, bonjour, merci, au revoir, all those good ones. To learn them, you're not just going to look at the stack once and call it a day, right? Nope. You're going to go through that stack maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 10 times. Each time you go through the entire stack of flashcards. That's like one epoch in AI learning. So, in super simple terms, an epoch is just one complete run through all your learning material. For AI, that learning material is usually a bunch of data. Could be pictures, text, sounds, you name it. And the AI, it's like our eager student. It looks at each piece of data, tries to make sense of it, makes a guess, and then checks if it got it right. Just like you'd look at a flashcard. Try to remember the meaning and then flip it over to check. Now, to really drive this home, we actually built a little demo to show you epochs in action. It's super cool, super visual, and it's going to make this epoch thing click in your brain, I promise. All right, check this out. This is a little AI learning to recognize pictures of cats, dogs, and birds. Super classic AI task. And we're going to watch it learn through epochs, right here, right now. Right now, the AI is clueless. It's like it's never seen a furry creature before in its life. We've got a bunch of pictures of cats, dogs, and birds all mixed up. And look at these confidence levels, all zeros. The AI has no idea what it's looking at. We're going to hit this start training button, and that will kick off the learning process, one epoch at a time. Keep an eye on this current epoch counter. It'll show us how many times the AI has gone through the entire dataset. And this images process number will show us its progress within each epoch. And here we go. The first epoch is underway. The AI is looking at each image, making a guess, and then checking if it's right. Whoa, look at all those red X marks. Lots of mistakes in the beginning. It's guessing dog for a cat, bird for a dog. It's all over the place. And the confidence levels are still pretty low, even when it's wrong. It's not very sure of itself yet, but that's okay. This is exactly what we expect in the first epoch. It's like the first time you go through those flashcards, you're going to get a lot wrong. And there it is. Epoch 1 is complete. Let's see. Our accuracy is 33%. Not great, but we're just getting started. Now, what happened during that epoch? Behind the scenes, the AI is adjusting its internal settings. We call these weights, based on its mistakes. Think of it like tuning a guitar. If a string is out of tune, you tighten or loosen it until it sounds right. The AI is doing the same thing, but with millions of these tiny adjustments. There's this thing called the learning rate, which controls how big of an adjustment the AI makes each time. If it's too big, it might overshoot the correct answer. If it's too small, it'll take forever to learn. The key takeaway is, with each mistake, the AI gets a little bit better. It's learning from its errors. Let's see what happens in the next few epochs. Notice how the accuracy is starting to creep up? We're seeing more green check marks and fewer red X marks. The AI is getting better at distinguishing between cats, dogs, and birds. It's starting to recognize the patterns and features that define each animal. And look at those confidence levels. They're getting much higher for the correct predictions. The AI is becoming more confident in its answers. You can see the progress clearly on this accuracy chart. Each bar represents an epoch, and the height shows the accuracy for that epoch. It's a beautiful upward trend. So why do we keep running more epochs? Well, the more times the AI sees the data, the more opportunities it has to fine-tune its internal settings and improve its accuracy. Usually, you'll see the biggest improvements in the early epochs. That's when the AI is learning the most obvious patterns. But eventually the improvements will start to slow down. At some point, running more epochs might not make much of a difference, or it might even start to overfit the data, but that's a topic for another video.